Well, for me it was logical in a way that I was always looking to go abroad and also with the choice of my study was linked also with multicultural situation, here cooperation with different associations on the field, and it was very important for me to develop that sense. So my preparation for the EVS, I have to say, it was more from my background that I had already, but it was also through contact with people who was already there before, and we had a small training when we first arrived in the association. So that was very needed, also to meet and to have a welcome week with the people who was already involved in the association. So I went in the Philippines, in Manila, for around 7 months. I stayed there. I was mainly located in the slums. So the main concept was really for the young people to be entrepreneur of their life on an economical aspect in one hand, but also on a social and personal aspect, meaning that they have a project for their life. That was very the idea. And my spot there, my task was to lead a team of around 10 young person to have their small business that they will run together, and after finding a job. That was the main idea, to get out of the slums and to start a new life, kind of. I would say that the main challenges was the culture, the Asian culture, that you cannot say something straight to their face. That is something that comes with time, that comes with respect. As I was saying, I was a coach for the program with around 9-10 young person, and we had this session by the end of the week where we had one-to-one talk, and the idea was for them also, there were this principle of savings, getting some money, some allowance, so they had to budget also. And I had this talk with this young lady called Maris. And she was pregnant, she was 17, and I knew that she wanted to take all her money for her baby, for her family and so on, but the idea was for her to get those savings, and it wasn't my place to tell her what to do. It was her to understand what was best for her. So that was very, very difficult. The main skills that you can probably learn in the EVS, it's really to have some responsibility in association or in a project, by learning how to run the project with other people. So definitely the skills that I've learned is how to deal with suppliers, but by running the project also from the plan in advance for the community. So actually I was already looking, when I was still over there, looking on internet to find new opportunities, a job. When I had one Skype interview when I was still working over there in the Finland, they were referring to the current situation and how I will adapt also in Belgium with the reality over there, how the challenges I encounter during my EVS will help me to solve some solutions in that future position. So the EVS in that sense was around a year or a couple of months of experience that I could already put on my CV and work with the future employer, saying I can do skills and I know how. So I found a job actually 3 weeks after I came back. So I came back on the 1st or the 5th of March, and I had my job on the 20th or something. So it was very, very fast. And I am currently working, and that's the job I was hired for a year ago, is in the field of youth, so youth field. So it was definitely related with my EVS and what I did over there. Yes, that's something I would recommend EVS for as many people that I could do.